We graduate high school or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, still going smoothly between us. And one day I found out that her and a close friend of mine, they did something with each other. My name is Xavier C. I'm 20 and I'm from Queens, New York. Yeah, I have. It was yeah, I did. It was probably a couple years ago, my first. Yeah, well, I mean that was my one and only heartbreak, but yeah, a couple years ago. We met. I moved. So like I said, I'm from New York, but I moved to South Carolina. Probably I think 2012, 2013. Get the dates mixed up, but I met her when I moved to South Carolina. I met her on the first day, and yeah, I didn't know nobody. It was the first day of school. I'm literally the new kid, new state, new school. I didn't know anybody. She walked in or whatever, and I don't know, it's kind of just went from there. It's funny because like when she first walked in, like she thought I was talking to like somebody else on the first day of school, and it was funny. But yeah, we met all the way back in middle school, and yeah. So pretty much, like long story short, me and her used to like, we was like on and off, like from the time I met her to the time like we graduated high school. And we was always on and off with each other because like of my mishaps. Like I would always do something dumb or whatever. And my senior year came around. It was like kind of towards like the end of my senior year. And like that's kind of when I like turned like, my head around. Like I made it known that she was the only person I wanted to be with, like going towards the end of my senior year. And that's how I treated it. So yeah, towards like the end of the senior year, she was literally the only girl I talked to or whatever. And I thought it was the same way. Like I thought it was coming back, like, the same energy was coming back to me. But come to find out, it kind of wasn't. But so we graduate high school or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, still going smoothly between us. And one day I found out that her and a close friend of mine, they did something with each other or whatever. And the way I found out because the day before we all had went out to eat. We went out to eat and my other homeboy brought some other girl or whatever to, come out to eat with us. So his girl, because he brought another girl who wasn't his girl or whatever, long story short. So the next day his girl texted my phone and was like, who was that girl that he was with? And I knew who she was, but I lied. I was like, I don't know. So I told her I don't know, and then she started telling me about, this whole, situation between, my shorty and my homeboy. And when she started telling me about it, she tried to delete the message, but I had already screenshotted it. So, I made sure I read what I read clearly or whatever. So, pretty much that same day, I went to my homeboy crib. Not my homeboy that did the, that did something with my shorty. I went to my homeboy crib that his girl had texted me. So I went to his crib because the message had said, this is what, he told me. So I went to his crib. It was early in the morning. It was like 10 o'clock. So I went to his crib and I showed him the message. I was like, yo, is this true? And he was kind of known for lying, but that's still my homeboy. But he was still kind of known for lying. So I asked him, I was like, yo, is this true? And he was like, nah, bro, that's not true. It's not true, bro. Like she just, she mad because I really don't want to talk to her no more or whatever. So I'm like, all right, bet. So then I go to my other homeboy crib, the one that was, had a little situation with my shorty. I went to his crib and I walked in, he playing the game or whatever. I'm chilling with him for, probably like a good 10 minutes. And then I show him the message that I got. And I asked him straight up, I was like, yo, is this true? And I ain't gonna front, I kind of respect him because I ain't gonna front, he's still my homeboy to this day, he's still one of my best friends. But, he told me straight up, and that's kind of how I respect him because most people gonna lie about that situation. But he told me straight up, he was like, yeah, bro, that's true. So I was like, I was just asking him, I was like, yo, why? What the hell was the purpose? And then he was telling me straight up, he was like, bro, I was trying to tell you that she don't really, mess with you like that. She really don't like you like that. And this was after my other homeboy, this is after my other best friend left. I got two best friends. This is after my other best friend left for boot camp or whatever, because he in the Army. So he left, and after that, it was just like a whole situation just went downhill. So I asked him, is it true or whatever? He told me it's true. I'm just asking him a bunch of questions about it. And he's like legitimately telling me the truth. And like I said, I still respect him that to this day. He's still my best friend. But like I said, I found out about that. And then I go to her job, actually. I go to her job like 5 minutes afterwards. I go to her job and I try to act like I don't know, what's going on. But I got my headphones in and I go, because she worked at a grocery store. So I walk up to go pay for my stuff and I got my headphones in and I'm not talking to her. And she's trying to like figure out like what's wrong with me, and I was not saying a word to her. I wasn't saying nothing. So I get back to the crib and she texts me and she was like, oh, so I guess you found out. And I ain't gonna front, that shit kind of fucked me up. I ain't gonna front to you, that shit kind of fucked me up. But after she said, I was like, yeah, I found out or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, yeah, that shit just went down. I ain't gonna front, that shit hurt. That shit hurt. So like, you could kind of tell I was like out of it. Like my pops about to go to work, but he kept asking me like, yo, you okay? Because he could tell that something was wrong with me, because I wasn't saying nothing. I just kept my headphones in. And I wasn't saying a word. I wasn't saying a word to nobody. And he just kept asking me, yo, are you okay? And I'm like, yo, I'm good. Like just leave me alone. Like, I'm all right. So ever since then, like when that situation happened, like yeah, that was probably the heartbreak right there. But I can say that me and my homeboy still cool. Me and her still cool. Cause funny story, it might sound dumb, and I might look like a dummy when I say this, but me and her actually ended up getting together like probably a month after the shit happened. So so me and her ended up getting together, and then we was together for a couple of months before she went to boot camp, because she in the Air Force. So yeah, she ended up going to boot camp. I ended up going to boot camp in December. She went in October, I went in December. So after that, we were still like together, but then once I got out of boot camp, it kind of just like fell downhill from there. Like communication was off, timing was off. One, because she in a whole different country now. So she in a whole different country, so the communication, the time and everything was way off and shit. So yeah, that's kind of how that happened. How long it took me to recover? I guess I can say it didn't take me that long, because me and her ended up getting together like a month afterwards. But like I said, it's just some, like at that point, it was just like one of those people I couldn't let go at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, different now, but like, yeah. So I guess it didn't take, it was still like those trust issues. Like I'm not gonna front, I still have like a lot of trust issues. And so I guess you could say it really didn't take me that long to recover from it. But did it take me a minute to talk about it with people? Yeah, it did. It took me like a good, couple of months. Actually, it took me until I got out of boot camp to actually talk about it with somebody. Because like, besides the people that didn't know about it, this is my fault. Besides the people that didn't know about the situation, they would already know. But the people that didn't know about it, I would never want to bring it up, like ever. So, I would never want to bring it up to people who ask me about like, relationship, questions and shit like that. So, yeah. Would I try it again? Yeah, I would try it again, because I feel like there's somebody out there for everybody, personally. Not everybody in this world gonna die alone. Personally, I feel like I'm not gonna die alone. I know I'm gonna find somebody, personally. And, yeah, that might be going through the same shit. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think nobody, it could be a whole lot of different people in the world, but I feel like nobody has been through a situation like I have. That might just sound like, crazy, but I feel like my situation compared to other people's situation, that shit crazy. But my advice for somebody is, 1, bad days don't last forever. 2, you're gonna get over it at some point, but don't let nobody rush you into getting over it. It could take days, it could take weeks, months, years to get over it. And when I mean by getting over it, I mean like you don't mind talking about that situation with other people. You feel what I'm saying? So, that's why I'm so comfortable about talking, about it. Personally, I've gotten over it. I've gotten over the situation, I've actually been over the situation. I really don't worry about it no more. That's why I'm so comfortable in talking about it. Yeah. Instagram is Hennessy _19, HENNESEAY _9 TEEN.